This is divine mystical guidance and inspiration. So just bear with me a moment while I pull in some good vibrations. So we're going to do some guidance for a member of the channel. I've been getting more positive feedback off of the channel, but not on the channel. Like people that message me and people that follow me. But new people on the channel, it's been kind of hit or miss, been kind of like awkward. It's that whole hive mind, freaking hive mind crap. That's what irks me. I've already explained that here on the channel. My name's Sham, by the way. This is a family-friendly channel. I drop an F-bomb every now and then, but I try not to cuss too much. I try to keep the cursing out of the picture here. And I do try to keep it positive, but these energies have been intense. And the targeting gets a little intense sometimes because people try to hit way too below the belt for no reason. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that's what it is. And they try to do it when you're down. So you got to get down so you can see who's going to try to hit you. No, I'm just kidding. Who knows? Jesus is my guide. So for the most part, I just do as my guides tell me to do. Whatever happens, happens. I'm trying to find some good Gaia music. And for some reason, it's a little harder to do this morning. So the Gaia's not real happy about, I keep getting readings coming through and messages coming through. Been hearing from the masculine a little bit more. He thinks I'm pissed at him. People think I'm really pissed off. It's not me being pissed off. I don't know. I've been explaining this to people for 2 solid years. I have been a Gaia channel since I was a little girl. 8 years old. I've been a Gaia channel for that long. And I have these moments where it's intense. It's not me. People say, oh, it's their masculine. No, it's not. It is the divine. It is the Gaia. There are aspects. There are shadow aspects to Gaia. I'm not blaming Gaia for my temper. Don't get me wrong. But it comes through me. I'm the filter. Sometimes there's stuff said that's not me, that's not even there. It's just stuff that's said that has to be like a trigger for someone else or a side effect of the channeling because I'm an open channel. Open channels aren't people that do regular readings. We're guides. We're guides and teachers. And I'm teaching you about the stuff that I do. I'm not here to teach you about everything else. This is about ascension. I'm not here guaranteeing people unions. Not necessarily. I promise to help you with your union. I promise I can assist you with your union. I can promise you that I'm on my own union journey. But I am an open channel, and an open channel is usually a guide like myself, or there might be the people that you really don't hardly ever see. and they got a lot of support. I am a beginner on the journey, stepping out for the most part, and don't have that kind of support and that type of advanced step. Like I'm not blogging and writing all the time. That helps a lot when you're a channel like myself. But I'm not blogging and writing. So the vlogging is good for me, but it doesn't always speak to the collective, because if you're not grounded to Gaia, for one, and you're not interested in ever becoming grounded to Gaia, or hearing from a channel like myself, then it won't work for you. And so there's no reason to be negative. People get mad when you tell them the truth about their masculine or the truth about the twin flame journey. I was fighting back. This is what they don't see. I was fighting back. Those videos were targeting me specifically. I try to explain that when I'm trying to explain to people about the 5G and the algorithm and the AI. This is part of your ascension and on the journey, is that you need to understand what AI is and how it's affecting people, especially it's always rapidly changing. AI is an intelligence of its own. A lot of people do not get this, and I try to help you get this. So for me, when I started doing these videos and tagging my videos and trying to reach out to the Twin Flame Collective that I'm already a part of, I just have a new channel. I'm going through the new channel experience. And I've already been through the new channel experience as a healer light worker like this, and it sucks. It's kind of stupid. That's why I said that's why it's just annoying. And I got channels coming up that other people aren't seeing that I see, things being said on my end that you don't see, things that if they were happening to you, you might feel a little differently. But they happen to only, like when you're an advanced light worker, been on the journey a while, and you're a little advanced, you do get pissed off. It is not that easy sometimes. It's really not. So I'm going to give a little guidance and directive for Ellen, who's new on the channel. So thank you, Ellen. Welcome, newbies on the channel. Please bear with some of the posts that seem negative. I was just really getting a lot of negative feedback from people for seemingly no real reason, and not directly here on my channel. They were taking it other places on the channel. But that got pretty much handled over the weekend and squashed as far as I'm concerned. And then some other negativity popped up in the comments here. So it's just kind of like both is happening right now. Good and bad, negative and positive, all at the same time right now. So I'm not going to pay attention to things too much, because when the vibration goes up, and that's what was happening with me, it was getting intense. The vibration went up fast. The purge happened fast. There was a throat chakra purge. There was a heart chakra purge. There was even a little bit of a third eye purge. Oh, yeah. But I was grounded and I got through it. Actually, looking back on it, I got through it better than I did the last couple of cycles of intense purging and ascension. I cussed out a lot less people. Okay. So, I take on my masculine a lot lately because we've been merging in our union. We live really far apart. And I don't know him all that well, but he's been under a lot of pressure with the work that he does. And this is just what I've gotten spiritually lately. He's just been under a lot of pressure. Things have been really intense on a personal front, and that's been kind of affecting things. And then I'm an empath, HSP, and I've been doing my channel and coming in contact with a lot more people lately than usual. And that might be a little intense for my twin flame right now. So we're going to take it easy on that. And this week I will do mostly work on the channel. That's why I'm not doing a lot of personals. I still offer the coaching, but I don't really offer personal readings a lot. And not lately. Because of where I'm at in my union and where I'm at in my life. Because I want to offer the best when I do it. I don't want to try to offer it if it's not the best for you. That's why I think the guidance on the channel works just fine. But you can communicate with me in the email if you need to ask a personal question that you don't want to ask on the channel. So that's carlah4040@gmail.com. I get a lot of emails in that email. It's connected to all of my social sites, so I get a lot of emails there. So please let me know if I haven't replied to an email. Just hit me up right here on the channel. You have not replied to my email, Carlah. And then I will reply to your email, okay? Just bear. I got 2 little ones, and I'm a little scatterbrained sometimes, but most of the time I'm not. Most of the time, as long as things are cool, I'm cool most of the time. But I'm a Cancer, borderline Gemini, trying to raise all these Leo babies through all these rainbow baby cycles. I tell you, my kids get just as much intense energy and integrative energy as I do during these ascensions. It's a trip. The things that my daughter says, I don't know where they come from, but she'll say things and it just is just profound. Blows my mind. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for you, Ellen. Been shuffling. I'm not getting any cards that just flip out, so that's not a bad thing. Don't worry. If they're flipping out, it's just an energy thing. So I'll just pull 3. And then you wanted to know about direction, so I'm going to ask for clearer, and clearest directives from Archangel Michael for Ellen at this time. Jesus' name, amen. And of course, Gabriel and Raphael may come through or even Uriel. Any angels who want to assist and guide you at this time will probably come through. But we're going to start with the Divine Mary Mother Oracle. Take a look here. Ooh. My masculine gets this card a lot lately when I pull from this oracle and ask about my masculine. We've kind of been getting this card since back in October. Novemberish. Peaceful change. I love this card. So that one kind of flipped out. Nourishment. Well, that's an interesting looking reading. This is Our Lady of Dark Mystery. This card kind of reminds me of Divine Feminine Essence, God Essence. Looking at the darkness you've manifested or that you've had to face recently. and nurturing yourself through the changes. If that speaks to you, that's the way it spoke to me so far. So it really is that we are looking at a mystery on which way to go, perhaps. Yeah. Big change, sudden change. Things are suddenly changing. Could be your job or your relationship or both. Or just a change in you. A complete and total change, a resurrection. Resurrecting yourself or resurrecting a situation that had some dark elements and mysteries, perhaps. Could have been a relationship, something that you found nourishing. Or you've gotten through some changes and you found some nourishment and some enlightenment within the darkness. You were able to resurrect yourself through the changes, which is perfect and divine. That's really what you want to see through change and mystery. Is nourishment and resurrection. Can't go wrong with that. So yes, so I mentioned Gaia has been being pissed off lately. Well, and people say, well, Gaia's pissed off about the laws being written in New York. Yeah, I'm sure that is exactly what it is. And she's also, Spirit's also coming through and just talking about a lot about the misconceptions about the truth of God and the misconceptions about 5G and technology and the targeting. Like, I've been seeing more targeted individuals online. That stuff's the heaviest stuff that you could deal with as a light worker. It is the heaviest stuff you could deal with as a light worker. I do believe. Besides death and suicide, which that came up also during all the intense energies. That was coming up in the collective and affecting the collective, the affected collective. Okay, so back to Ellen's reading. I'm going to shuffle these angel oracle and numerical oracle cards that I have combined. Because I thought I can, so I will. I can, so I will. And I did. This wintertime weather and heat is really dry. Really dry here. So we're going to pull some clarity, clearest energies on top of this spread. Because I want to give the best guidance for the highest, best good of Ellen. And thank you, Ellen, for the contribution and the positive energy and feedback. You are a dear, and you are really appreciated here at DMGI. I really hope you like the guidance. And I really appreciate all of you for being here. Even you who are negative. Because sometimes we're negative. You're still appreciated. But if you don't like the guidance, you can skedaddle. Yes, you can. You don't have to be here. You don't have to make a noisy exit either. You can just quietly leave because you quietly got here. So you can quietly go. That's the beautiful thing about the internet. You can do that. $25 is how much it costs for the t-shirts that I need to get for TCE, which is the business that's filled with products that I use to make my gifts, and products you can use as well for all of your spiritual essentials. Today's Synergy Essentials is the name of my products and services. You will hear more about that. I'm going to have its very own channel. I already have a website, things like that. I already have all of that. And I'll have a channel just for Today's Synergy Essentials very soon. Okay. It's just taken a little time to build. And I still need to make some of my gifts. I'm still working on that too. Plus educating myself, plus my kids, plus my home. It's a lot that I got going on right now. And I'm behind. We talked about that on the channel. I fell behind on some of the really pressing stuff. It's happened about 3 times. It's kind of like I'm a single mom, struggling, starting my business and stuff like that. So it's happened where I've gotten a little behind. I try to catch up as quickly as possible. Start the prayer circle healing, stuff like that, because it's paid off so far. And I've been able to stay in my house for 6 years now, minus the year that my son lived here. And I live near the mountains, so it took us years to live in a place like this. And it's a pretty nice place to live, and we love it here. It's just really costly. So it takes a lot of hard work and perseverance, but we're getting there inch by inch, day by day, week by week, closer and closer. My sons are older and moved out of the house, so I have the little ones, but my older kids are out of the house. So the channel is really helping me stay sharp with my gifts, stay connected to my collective, stay current with my business, current with the energies and ascension, since I am on the twin flame journey myself. I really want to give these a good shuffle because I just want them to be really good and shuffled. Clear, clearer, clearest energy means clear, very clearest energy. So you're kind of at a crossroads. It looks like could be about your home, or what you have currently established, or your dreams, or all three. But this is a indecision or a decision time about you're standing at the gate and you're making decisions on which way to go, and thinking about exiting and going somewhere, or where you can go if you do go somewhere. Be multiple choices you have to make here, and a lot of unknown mystery, and a sudden choice needs to be made, kind of sudden. If it's not sudden, it may seem sudden to someone else. If it doesn't seem sudden to you, this decision, this change. Those cards were flipping out. All right, guys. That card's just flipping out, but that was ridiculous, so we can't work with that. All right, I feel good with this now. Which best way to go in the world, perhaps. Or we'll have to look a little deeper and see what this is about. But you have the World card, which is super interesting. Cornucopia. So that's a beautiful blessing. It's good to see. And then you have walking away. Yeah, yin yang. Things are a little dark and murky over here. You might have to think your way through some things in order to find happiness and togetherness and unify the situation in a peaceful way. And there could be some third-party involvement. Some sort of third-party involvement that needs attention. Yeah. Could have to do with, she was in reverse, by the way. This is the woman of the coin. This is the wealthy woman. She's charitable. She's wise. She doesn't usually make any mistakes. Pull still yet some more clarity on this. Let's keep it going here. Ellen could be envied at this time. Releasing attachments. Leadership. Appreciation, new beginnings. Communication. Change. Persevering through change in leadership and communications and love partnerships. Looking at strategies that to release you from situations. It could be a divorce, a separation. It looks like a separation. I'm sensing a long-term relationship could be ending or very abruptly changing due to releasing of attachments and walking away from envy and attachment energy, walking away from the world, really, walking away from worldly things, having a change of mind, having a spiritual awakening, but it's been like a slow spiritual awakening, somewhat slow kind of happening. This is a long relationship, and it doesn't necessarily need to be that it's ending. It may persevere through this change. You may be persevering through. That might be the decision. Is this relationship going to make it? Communication is the key. You are at a time of new beginning. Try to be grateful and patient and, counting your blessings, showing appreciation, being a strong leader, or that's what you have been doing or what you're asked to do. Release attachments. Don't put on like things are okay if things are not okay, but you don't necessarily need to make a big scene. Find ways to communicate in your love partnership. A communication strategy will help release the ties that bind, because as it stands, it's like one of you shines brightly and the other one has no choice but to stand in your light. don't walk away from your blessings, but it's like you're kind of walking away from the blessings that come from the world, because for your relationship's sake and for your partner, and you want to make the best choices at this time. So you're kind of walking away and you're looking at your finances, your life, your abundance, what you have established from the world, taking some time away to look at that, or walking away from that. You could be actually walking away from it in some form. Could be retirement. Could be that you are retiring, or yeah. I feel like it's time to nourish yourself and your children and family, if you have children or those around you, more so than work. But there might be a lot of socializing. You need to take action in your community or in your family, but you need to do something. Might be time to take the family on a vacation, get away and focus on the family. You know, you have the money, make the time, kind of thing. You might have to think things through strategically to bring it all into order. See here, he's trying to bring things into order through thinking. Strategic thinking is going to benefit you here. So be a strategic thinker. That's very key. Make some time for family, for togetherness, for maybe even community or socializing. If there is any third party involvement here, it could just be work. Could be too much socializing, could be too much internet, too much of life in general. Little time away. Free time away to be you and to be with the family and to think of a strategy or think of how to bring things into order. Come up with answers you don't know already from things that are mysterious to you or dark to you, or that haven't come into materialization yet, haven't come into order and being yet, haven't quite manifested, perhaps. But they could be manifesting now, so you want to jump on board with that train. So if this is a good time to get away, I suggest getting away. If you're not sure when or where, the universe will guide you on which paths to take. Look for signs along the path. Always go towards the thing you fear the most, the thing that really gets the heart pumping, that you're most passionate about. And for you, that could be your own personal garden in abundance. Not necessarily the world, but your own world, your own garden. Maybe there's a garden you want to resurrect in your life, a relationship that you want to resurrect, or a bond that you want to resurrect, or a place that you once went with your partner that you would like to go to again. Maybe you literally have a garden in the backyard that you want to tend to. Be a good time to do that, but not if it's winter where you're at. Tend to plants. Plan your next season of meals. That will help you planning ahead, taking care of your health first, especially in terms of food. Time spent, rest, being supplied for, provided for, not only from the universe, but actually gathering and preparing yourself and tending to your garden and tending to your life. Making the right choices in aspects of that, in terms of that. Making the right choices on shopping, places to go. Maybe you need to change where you shop and some of the places you're going from day to day. Maybe that needs to change, and you're realizing that it's for the highest, best good. Maybe you're cutting away fast food and eating more healthy food, or maybe you're not shopping at the local grocery, but now you go to the Whole Food grocery or the local garden stand or fruit stand, vegetable stand, your local farmer. Always buy from your local farmer if you can. So it could be stuff like that. Choices on how to live, choices on how to eat, choices on maybe even where to live. You could move, but I'm mostly just seeing like a getaway, like a weekend getaway or family getaway. You might even get away just by yourself, but it looks like you don't. It looks like a family getaway. Social gathering or family gathering in the near future, or both. Social and family gathering. It looks to be pretty peaceful and balanced, especially if you take the time to plan it out strategically. Go somewhere where you love the food. Release yourself. You're in sort of a self-imposed prison in your thinking. And you might be even experiencing some levels of depression. But with these strategies, you can pull your way out of that. Resurrect yourself out of that situation, out of that darkness and depression or unclarity. Maybe it's been a long period of time that you've been in this mystery and this unclear, unknown path. Something's just been a mystery to you for a while on your path, is what I'm getting. Maybe it's a mystery to you, your partner's a mystery to you, your job, your situation, people around you, or how you're going to, what you're going to do with the rest of your life could be a mystery to you. With some element of darkness. With some elements of darkness and mystery, you maybe lost someone in the past, someone you were close to, a friend, a parent. But those things changed you and molded you into who you are. Those things changed you and molded you and made you who you are, which is this seemingly here in the reading. It seems like you're family oriented, perhaps a good friend, a well looked up to leader, well loved, liked, and admired type of person, passionate, creative, wise with your finances, action oriented. Social life is good. It all looks really good. Good thinker, witty thinker, strategic thinker. Kind of all around Renaissance woman, Renaissance feminine sort of type of energy here. Renaissance feminine. People could envy you in the world just because of this. And, you might feel inclined to please others sometimes, which gets you feeling tied up or bound up. It can be a blockage for you. But it looks like you've learned to master that, or you're learning to master that going into the future. Like that's something you're not taking with you. That might be part of the strategy, is releasing the need to please others or to be the damsel in distress. or to rescue the damsel in distress. Maybe you walk away from that. Showing the damsel how to be more of a strategic thinker, instead showing the damsel how to being the leader, and showing the damsel how to release herself, how to bring things to order herself. Okay, so I'm going to read these oracle cards to you for even more guidance. And we'll start with this one, of course. It's the first one we got. Change is coming to you now, my dear. It is a change that's been triggered by loving prayers held within your heart. This change does not have to be difficult. Trust in me, and I shall ensure that you are supported through the change, that you are held safely and securely in my heart as you transition from one way to another. As you do transition from one way to another, I would like you to use your energy for far more worthy purposes than unnecessary worry. Trust me a little more and know that the changes that you are encountering now or soon will are actually the blessing of my answer to your prayers. So these changes are a blessing, just as I see here, because they bring order to balance. These are like alchemical changes. So these are definitely changes in your thought systems or your heart or your thinking, a change in your thinking. Spiritual changes more than actual changes, but could be, with this card, it could be actual changes as well. Let's read nourishment. Hi, beauty queen. Do you hunger, my child, for love, for security, for knowing that all will be well? Do you hunger for food, for possessions, for relationships, for opportunities to be free in the world and make your mark? Do you hunger, my child, for feelings of tenderness and appreciation and acknowledgement? Let me fulfill that hunger now, through the divine presence and the bounty that it brings. Let me fulfill that hunger that you may know fullness, not only fed by spiritual worlds, but nourished through delight in your precious life in the physical world, which you are approaching your spiritual enlightenment. Yeah, you're having an awakening, a sudden type of awakening, like I see the light type of thing. Seeing the light. Okay, there's cinnamon rolls in the fridge, honey. That's what we're having for breakfast. I saw the light. That's what I keep wanting to sing a song, but I can't think of the song. Whatever song that is. '18's hiding from me. So the eternal light dwells in my heart, and as you enter my heart, held safe in my love for you, that light becomes visible to you. It will show you the way through any darkness and help you understand the purpose of past suffering so that you can let go and be at peace, free from confusion, shame, or doubt. There is divine purpose within all that is. You've been struggling, and now is the time for rest. Step into the light of your heart now, beloved, and let all darkness go. The time is drawing near for your resurrection and release. And you may be releasing some heavy dark energies that held some grief or mysteries to them. not necessarily mystery, but maybe an element of regret or not knowing or grief or loss or disappointments, not understanding the past. There's some things about the past you don't necessarily understand that were heavy or darks when you see this card like this. So it's coming upon a time of releasing this. That's what's happening. It's time for release. That's what happened to me this week. I didn't know what was going on. I was releasing the grief from 12 years ago and grief from divorce. It's like, really? Again? Really? Thanks for all the triggers. Okay, so Our Lady of Dark Mysteries. I have many names and faces, but behind these names and faces, I'm your loving mother. I come to you in the light and the darkness, through joy and even my beloved, through loss and tragedy. I'm always your loving mother. I am seeking you, reaching you, calling you to me. If you can know this, then great peace and spiritual power will be yours. And you can assist me in enlightening this world from fear and distrust into a place of compassion and divine radiance unveiled. Remember me always. I am your loving mother always. So I see you bringing things into order, successfully releasing this. We even have the releasing of attachment card, and that's the kind of attachment it looks like it is. It's like grief, loss, something with some heaviness to it, but you're releasing it. I don't know where that card is now, but it's in here. It's in this reading. I saw it. I saw it in here. Where'd it go? Okay, well, I could have swore I saw the releasing. Oh, here, I moved some of the cards and I forgot. So, releasing that dark energy, that heaviness, that loss, that feeling of loss, that's all going to come up to be released now. And that's the sort of awakening experience that you're having. And this could be particularly hard for you because you're a leader type person, you're a strong figure, possibly that you are a strong feminine figure, or you're feminine, your partner, or someone near you is a strong feminine leader and helping you through this change at this time of new beginning. This is a brand new beginning. New fresh start with a new attitude, I think it's the same partnership though. Maybe even with better communication than before, with an ability to persevere through changes, and that's that type of relationship you're experiencing. Someone that's there for you through changes, a strong feminine energy, or if it's a masculine, it's a softer masculine, a more in touch with his feminine type of masculine. But this is all good change. If it's been difficult, that's okay. It's just time to release a lot of stuff. And you might have a new way of communicating in your love partnership. This is the beginning of new communication. That's another kind of change that's happening. This definitely has to do with love.
I need to tell you something. I heard the bird is making this
sound. Yeah, they make that sound. This could be a new beginning brought about by a new communication.
That must be a special bird.
Yeah. But it doesn't look like sudden news. It could be sudden news, but I don't see sudden news. But it could be sudden communication, or just it builds up to a sudden change in communication. but it's good. And this is a teamwork card. So this is teamwork and communication. You also have perseverance. So you're supported you're pretty supported through this change that you're experiencing. You are. Maybe you just need to take a little time to stop and smell the roses and slow down because you're working hard. You must be somebody, you or your partner is somebody that people look to. This could be a time of releasing that itself. Maybe that itself has caused some darkness and heaviness at
Can you
times.
spell chocolate milk?
Or confusion. Yes. Doing a video, so please don't do that again. Thank you. I just see you like running off to be social a lot, or your partner runs off to be social a lot, but this time you might run off together to be social, to get away a little bit. If you don't, you're wanting to, and you're going to probably strategize so that you can. If you've been strategizing so that you can get away, that's probably going to happen very soon. Probably in March. I see March energy here. This is kind of looking like March. Things coming more into balance and order in March through strategic thinking, through resonance of change, resonance of vibration, and having what you need. And there's a little teamwork, strategic planning. You can pull it off. You can get away. Book ahead. We got communication. Raphael will help you with all communication and favor. Blessings and favor and writing and communication and any of those actions that you need to take to put things in writing or look over writing or agreements or accounts or budgeting so that you can afford a trip. So you can make a getaway. So that you can really truly experience this new beginning and this new energy and this new enlightenment. Taking time to appreciate each other and the relationship and the friendship and the bond, would be a very good idea. Taking time to say how you feel and spend some time like that would be a good idea. A good direction to go in. So I hope that that's helpful. And going into March, you also have a lot of favorable energy. It looks very lucky, energy that builds. It could even show to be very lucky. Very good opportunities at this time could be coming up in April and March. So look for that to be really good, especially teamwork opportunities to work in a team or in a group. Opportunities for love partnership if you don't have one. That could happen. Opportunities for new leadership positions or stronger leadership position or just a new energy as a leader. Maybe after a vacation, coming back into new energy. A little getaway. Come back fresh and revived. Clear. Take a little time for that. Nothing heavy, not like heavy drinking, partying, really going all out or anything. But just a little socializing, a little getaway would be good. listening to what others in your team have to say when it comes to being a leader is not a bad idea, but be an individual leader for the most part. See through the mysteries. But it looks like people are all pretty much, there's not a lot of dark elements in this reading. No deceit. There's a little envy over here, but the way that it's showing up, I think it's like someone could envy you because you're able to walk away and the way that you adapt to changes. So that's the envy, if anything. And they may envy your blessings in the world. Your blessings in the world are worthy of envy. They shine. They're great blessings. This is a lot of enriched type of success and wealth, possibly because of strategic building and strategic placement, and a position that others envy, perhaps, and a role as a leader, a feminine leader. If you have children, everything looks good, growing good, family good, all looks really good. If your partner has children or you have children, it's a happy, loving teamwork atmosphere with a lot of positivity, and everyone's needs are taken care of. That's the type of energy. Everyone's needs are taken care of, and you're able to bring order to chaos. So, if there's any indecisions, I think that you'll have no trouble making them. Not really. Mostly it's going to be deciding where to hang out, where to be. So, shouldn't be too much. Should be pretty good. That's what I got here. That's what I got. If there is any mystery or darkness in regard to a third party situation, I don't see it being anything that's not anything to be concerned about. It probably all has to do with business, money, wealth, and friendship. And it's about having each other's best interests at heart in your thinking and in your actions too. Or thinking about having others' best interests at heart, being a good leader, making sure everyone is fairly paid and taken care of and things are running smoothly. Actions taken when needed. Good management type of energy. You're a good decisive leader. And those energies within you may be called upon at this time to be exactly who you are, a good decisive leader. Very able to adapt and move through changes. Very perseveringly. Through wise communication, strong leadership, a good attitude, an ability to be flexible, and already living in a successful garden and partnerships. Congratulations, it all looks pretty good. That's what I've got here. If there's anything else you need, you can always hit me up, ask me if you need me to elaborate a little more on any of these cards or this reading, but this is what I got so far, and I hope it was helpful for you. All looks pretty positive. Coming up here, March and April, even more so. A good Taurus season for you is what I see here. Good spring season. So, congratulations. If things are a little rough right now, it's going to be shifting into better energy very soon. So just hold tight and Just hold tight and be adaptable through these changes. Shouldn't be too hard for you. You're good at it according to what I see here. So, and you've got support. And it's the right kind of support. You have the right kind of teamwork. And you also have the ability to come up with good strategies and good ideas to release you when there's problems and solutions need to be had. You're a good problem solver. People may even envy you for these types of things, for being a good strategic leader, a good problem solver. People look to you for strategies, leadership, and ways of communication. This could be a niche for you, a bit of a niche. People looking to you for leadership and for ideas and strategies. Could be sort of a theme of your life, sort of thing. I see Lady Luck is with you a lot. So that means the divine presence is with you a lot. So good on that too. Thank you for the hug, sweetie.
Thumbs up for Mom's video again.
Thumbs up for Mom's video again. She's so sweet. That's all I got for you. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Happy week ahead. This was specifically for Ellen, by the way. That was the name of the person. If you found that you got some guidance and resonance with these words in this video, that's good. It's not impossible for it to relate to more than one person, but it was specifically for someone. So hopefully they do relate to it.